Women are genetically programmed to live longer than men, a study had found. It is well known ladies tend to live longer than gentlemen, but now scientists have discovered that this male disadvantage is not just a human phenomenon. Because of men having higher likelihoods of men dying in war, violence or exposure to industrial accidents, a study of monkeys and apes found that males in primate species also live shorter lives. The study, published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, analyzed data from more than 1 million births and deaths from the 18th century to the present day. Included in the data were people from post-industrial societies such as Sweden and Japan, people born in pre-industrial times, and modern hunter-gatherers, who provide a baseline for how long people might have lived before supermarkets and modern medicine. This data was measured against similar data for 6 wild species of primates from the past 5 decades, including Varrosofoca lemurs, Moragui monkeys, capuchins, baboons, chimpanzees and gorillas. Co-author Professor Susan Alberts from Duke University in North Carolina said the male disadvantage has deep evolutionary roots. She added, males are generally disadvantaged relative to females in both life expectancy and lifespan equality across the primate order and at all levels of human life expectancy. The data confirm that humans are making rapid and dramatic gains in terms of life expectancy. For example, in the last 200 years, the life expectancy for people in Sweden had jumped from the mid-30s to over 80, meaning a baby born today can hope to live more than twice as long as one born in the early 19th century. The oldest human populations across the world have an average of 40 or 50 years advantage over populations who live a traditional lifestyle. Hadza hunter-gatherers of Tanzania and the Acha people of Paraguay. But modern hunter-gatherers live an average of between 10 and 20 years longer than the chimpanzees from which human ancestors diverged millions of years ago. Professor Albert said, we've made a bigger journey in lengthening our lifespan over the last few hundred years than we did over millions of years of evolutionary history. The prevalence of child mortality had dropped from more than 1 in 10 2 centuries ago to less than 3 in 1,000 in modern Japan or modern Sweden. But to the author's surprise, the gap between male and female life expectancy has barely shifted. For example, a girl born in Sweden in 1800 would have been expected to outlive her male counterpart by 3 or 4 years. 200 years later, and with 45 years added to the Swedish lifespan, that 3 or 4 year gap between the sexes has barely changed. Professor Albert said, it's puzzling. If we can make life last so long, why can't we shrink the male-female gap? A number of explanations have been suggested, including genetics. Males only carry 1 copy of the X chromosome, meaning females who carry 2 are better able to compensate for harmful gene variants. Another possibility, Professor Albert said, was that men more often engage in risk behaviors, such as fighting,